did you? Very good.
You know, I don't know where the bag vendor is in Iron. But that's alright. Thinking about where did I go at this level on my other warrior. I'm curious. Level 27? I was in Stone Talon Mountains. Wonder what I was doing in Stone Talon Mountains. Was just fishing. Do I have any? Just want to make sure I can actually hear the sound in game. Seems kind of low. Alright, cool.
Here there.
Just wondering if I shouldn't maybe level up some of my blacks or some of my engineering.
Off with you.
See what can we make. Target dummy.
Cristiana fight.
I need a lot more silver, don't I?
Watch your back.
I think hearthing out of a dungeon should not be allowed in hardcore. I mean, that seems... They say you can't bubble hearth. Well, what about... You know, I just think that's kind of cheesy. You're in a dungeon and you hearth out. If you're not in combat, like if you just like want to get out, that's fine. But if you're running and people and mobs are chasing you and you just hearth out, I think it's kind of cheesy. Not gonna lie. Let's just fly it.
Break to me. See you.
Yeah, but Ghost, you can't Bubble Hearth. Bubble Hearth is disallowed. Bubble Hearth is not allowed in hardcore. That's what I'm saying. It's the same as Bubble Hearth. You're basically putting yourself in a situation where you can get out of a potentially death situation just by using a mechanic. I mean, because think about it. If you're in an instance and you've got like 20 mobs chasing you, you can just jump down into some, you know, lower level. They're still coming after you, but you just hearth out. I don't know. To me, that shows a lack of skill. I mean, if I'm a warrior and I aggro 4 or 5 mobs and they're chasing me, I've got to get away. I got to survive somehow. I can't just hearth, right? But if you're in a dungeon, it's very easy to jump down to different levels, and even though the mobs are still chasing you, they've got to run all the way around and down to you to get to you. But you just hearth out. I don't know. I think it's cheesy. I think it's a no skill right there. To me, it should be based on skill. I think just hearthing out of a bad situation is kind of cheesy. That's why, like I said, Bubble Hearth is disallowed. So if you're going to disallow Bubble Hearth, then you should disallow hearthing out of an instance. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, whatever, you know. I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? I mean, if I Bubble Hearthed out of a dungeon, I don't even do dungeons on hardcore, but if I did do a dungeon and I was going to die, I probably wouldn't hearth out. I would force myself to either make it out or die, and I just have to live with it. Shit, I forgot about the quest here. I was going to drop this one, but it was actually showing up as yellow at one point. Where is it? Now it's green, but it was yellow before I hit 27, I think. Easy quest to do. I haven't really tried it. I only played an orc warrior for a little bit, like level 20. I think she got to 20 before she died. So I'm more of an alliance player. I haven't played a lot of horde in vanilla. I mean, I played horde really, you know, I've played WoW since day one, since it first came out, and the first time I really played horde in World of Warcraft was Burning Crusade when I played a Blood Elf, like most people, but really spent most of my time playing alliance until maybe even as late as, like, you know, Cataclysm or, you know, Warlords of Draenor, and I've just always liked the alliance. I've always liked Night Elves and humans. Night Elves and humans are always my favorites. But you know, I don't really think that. I don't know. I mean, I've watched some of the people level up. You know, obviously I know the zones, the horde zones a little bit, not like super well. I don't know. I think there's good and bad for both. You know, I really, I think if you know the zones, I really don't think it should make a difference which which side you do. There are certain things that are easier on the horde. You know, as far as like getting to like Booty Bay, for example. You know, or getting to the same thing. Maybe getting to uh, Daenerys. You know, it's a little bit easier if you're a horde than if you're an alliance. But outside of just moving around through the zones, I think the horde is a little easier to get around the zones. But I don't think that the content itself is really going to be that much different. I think both are pretty much going to be pretty similar. But having said that, I haven't leveled a horde all the way to 60 in vanilla. I've never done that, not in vanilla WoW, and I've played original vanilla when it came out in 2004, and then I played on private servers, vanilla private servers, for about 2.5 years. So you throw the 2004 to all the way through 2007, when almost 2008, when Burning Crusade came out, plus my 2.5 years private servers plus classic, and I've played, what is that, like 7 years almost of this content, vanilla classic content. I've done it a lot, but yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I would not anticipate either one being a lot more difficult than the other. But I'm probably, you could ask Cargos that. Cargos might know.
Lovely.
Oh man, is it white already? Oh wow, it used to be. We'll do it anyway. We'll make a little bit of money. We can get 12 silver if we kill this guy, so. And then we'll just Tarth.
Lovely. Lovely. Open for business. Safe travels.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
Mm. Hey Mason, how's it going, man? What is today? Wednesday? Happy Hump Day. Although it's not a happy hump day. You know why? Because I went out to get in my car today and it wouldn't start. Which is funny because it's just like it ran fine for the, you know, it was running fine last week and I hadn't used it in, I don't think I've used my car in about 4 or 5 days, and go out to get in my car and it just wouldn't even turn over. It happens. My car is weird that way. Whenever the battery gets bad in my car, it just goes from working one day to the next day just not even starting. It's like there's no fall off on my battery in my car. It's like just once it decides to die, it's just dead. It's kind of funny actually.
Lovely.
Yeah. These guys, you know, these guys just hit too hard. They really do. I hate doing these guys in hardcore because watch how much damage the Worgen would do to you. It's like they do a lot. Look how long it takes me to just kill one of them. And that's if I'm like using like, I don't have to do Sunder Armor, but just miss. A lot of missing. Miss. Well, it was my wife's birthday today, and I had actually planned on going out and picking up flowers and a card for her today, but I couldn't do that because my car wouldn't start. So I had to beg her forgiveness when she got home from work. And she wasn't too thrilled about that, but we're going out to dinner Saturday, and I actually have already bought her a few gifts already, so I just wanted to get her a card and flowers today, but that didn't work out too well since I couldn't get the car to start. Oh well, no biggie. I'll get it. I'll go get a new battery. I'm sure it's just the battery. That car about every 2.5 years. I've had that car since 2013, and it was brand new 2013. About every 2.5 years, the battery just goes, it just dies. Like hardly any warning usually. Just one day's running great, next day won't start. So it's pretty common. I don't think... I'm trying to think, where do I want to go? I don't really like questing this level, really in this area. Hey Phil, how's it going? Yeah, we're still going. Just trying to determine where I usually do level 27. Well, I guess we can go. Let's go check out these. Let's just clear out my quest log, or the ones that are basically question marks. Let's try to get rid of them. Well, I can't. I don't want to do that one because it's too far. I could go all the way here, hit this one, but then I have to go all the way around this way. We fly to Stormwind, we can walk to Goldshire. Then we can do Brother Paxton, which means we got to go to Lakeshire. We're going to have to do a lot of walking around. Not really my favorite. I hate it when I have a bunch of quests that I need to turn in, but they're kind of in weird places, you know.
Need help? Be careful.
Let's get her done. I do not like having like extra quests in my log that are just taking up space. Okay, let's take a look and see. Oh, I know. I think I know. Yeah, I think, let's see, 26. Cave Stalkers were level 22. That was a bust. They're too low level. Moss-eyed Brutes. Where's this at? Oh, I did the quest. Okay, so I can... Yeah, there's the gnolls in the wetlands. We can do those quests. So, yeah, I guess we can knock those out. A little bit low for the Elder Crocolus quest, probably. 27 is kind of a weird level. You're kind of in between. You know, you're kind of like not quite high enough to finish out some of the Dustwood quests. And you can do them, but they're just not efficient. You're also not quite high enough to do some of the wetlands, but there's some of the ones you can do.
What can I help you with? Go with honor, friend.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd like to be able to just grind some XP out, but we'll see.
You need something?
Just thinking, we don't need this.
See you later.
Yo, Cargos, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm back. Was kind of not playing as much the last couple days because I wasn't feeling well, but I am back. It's going good. I'm just trying to figure out where to go at 27. It's kind of one of those weird levels where you're kind of in between areas a little bit.
Light bless
can also do Stone Talon Peak. I don't. We could do Ashen Vale. I think, you know, Astronar wouldn't be too bad right now. There are some quests there we can do. You know, yeah, I think that's probably might be our best bet. But first, let's clean up a few quests we have around here that are just kind of run around quests. Yeah, I heard your hunter bit the dust today, Cargos. That's too bad. No, the hunter.
Greetings.
How do I get over? How do I get over to Darkshore? Ah, I think I bought an intellect scroll. We're gonna be really smart, guys. The Darkshore, it's easy. Yeah, you died in SFK. That's what I heard. Someone in the guild. I said someone in the guild said that. But yeah, for me, we just fly over to the wetlands. We hop a boat. Fly to the wetlands. Hop a boat over to Darkshore, like you said, and then from Darkshore we can just fly right down to Ashenville. I might not have the flight path yet. I can't remember. If I don't, I'll just walk over there. No biggie. But first, I'm going to go to Goldshire, continue the Legend of Stalvin quest, and then I'm going to run over to Brother Paxton, and then we'll do the Wrathband Cave quest, because that's easy. And we can also maybe grab some ore while we're there. It's going to kill a little bit of time, unfortunately, but what can you do? What would Scooby-Doo do, man? What would Scooby-Doo do right there, man? SFK, Shadowfang Kid.
Yes.
What was it someone said the other day? They said I was like a warrior. I'm like a warrior rogue with these. Oh, it was Assassin's Creed or something. Oh, like the character from Assassin's Creed with these fist weapons and short white hair. That's what it was. That's what it was. Do you? I think Phil. Yeah, hey Phil. I think Phil just found out my stream. Was it Phil? Didn't you just find my stream like yesterday or the day before yesterday? I think something like that. Let's see if we can get some charges in here. I wonder if I shouldn't just, you know, I probably should just hit a few of these copper nodes. You never know, I might need to make some more bronze bars. Can we make it up here? Oh, yes, we can. Ooh, that's kind of scary, though. Ooh, no, let's not fall this way. Let's go this way. Another fall would probably kill me, almost. Oh, you have, Phil? It just seemed like the first time I saw you comment was a couple days ago. But you know what? Time flies, man. It might have been 3 weeks ago. I don't know. You know, I love to rock climb, man. Yeah. You know, I died a lot because I wasn't really... I kind of was thinking that the leash mechanics worked slightly differently. Honestly, from just too much private server playing, but... Yeah, you know, we got the target dummy now, so I'm pretty certain we're going to be in a lot better situation now, so we'll find out. Brother Paxton. In WoW, I'm a climber, not in the real world. In the real world,
For the Alliance.
I don't climb too much. Where is Mr. Brother Paxton? I can't remember if he's... I guess he's upstairs. Yeah, the only climbing I've ever done... the only thing I've ever done is rappel. I've gone rappelling a few times. My friend who was in the army used to make me go rappelling with him in college when I was hungover. Wait a minute. I guess I'm going the wrong direction, aren't I? Damn it, where are you? Is he outside? I hope he's not outside. I always forget where this guy is. I don't know where this guy is. Let's see. I think he's up. Yeah, he's up here by the mage trainer. Oh, no, here he is.
Hello. See you later.
Nah, I've never done any like rock climbing that much. Like I said, I've only gone rappelling. My friend used to wake me up like on Saturdays. He'd come over and wake me up out of bed and go, let's go rappelling. And I'm like, dude, I'm hungover. And he's like, no, let's go, you're going. I got the gear. Come on, you can make it, girl. I know you can. Nah, I blew my knee out. I hurt my knee playing tennis really bad, and then I completely severed. I tore my ACL playing tennis. I was on a clay court. I was playing doubles, and I was at the net. Some guy hit a hard cross-court passing shot. When I crossed over, my right leg slipped, just kind of slipped on the clay, and just that balancing of my knee, tore my ACL a little bit. Then I was playing basketball about 2 months later, and went up for a rebound, came down, and my knee just completely popped out, and I completely severed my ACL because it was already damaged, and that pretty much spelled the end of my my days of rock climbing or rappelling and anything like that. Yeah, it sucks getting old, man. Now I just play MMOs and play guitar and draw, read books, hang out with the wife. Fantasize about writing my own MMO since I'm a developer. I would love to write my own. I've actually been working on my own world, my own MMO, like my own world called the World of Vosslar. I've been working on it for a while, and something I always wanted to do. So I'm kind of approaching it as just kind of a fun little side project where I'm working on the kind of the background story of the races and the characters of the world. Basically just writing it like I would a book, like create like a fantasy novel. And then if I ever get that done, maybe I'll start working on a small little prototype. Something in the Unreal Engine. I kind of looked at Unity, and I've played with the Unreal Engine and Unity quite a bit, but with Unreal Engine 5, man, looking the way it is, it's like, God, it looks so good. So I'll probably just, I really want to go with Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I mean, I even was going through a class on Udemy on world building. There was this one guy who was doing a class, and I took his class and was just kind of going through some stuff. And I found a really good article on some guy who obviously had a lot of background in game design, and in talking about like what you need to know to make an MMORPG. And he had like these really great list of questions that you would have to ask yourself, or like questions that you would need answers to if you were going to make an MMO. It was really cool. It was like 40 or 50 questions. It was very in-depth, and it really made you think. And a lot of the questions revolved around world building, or revolved around, why did, like, for example, let's say, you had orcs and dwarves or something in your world or something, just as an example. You know, why do the orcs hate the dwarves? Why do the dwarves hate the orcs? You know, what do the dwarves do? You know, how do they earn their keep? How do they make money? You know, what is their currency? You know, what do they raise? What are they known for? You know, what are their trade goods? Just this list just went on and on and on. What kind of religions, you know, do they have? What do they believe in? What are all their cities? Where are all the cities named? Why are the cities named the way they are? What's the history? What's the geography? You know, just it was really in depth. It was really cool. And if you go through the exercise of asking you all these questions, it really helps you build kind of a background and make you think about, you know, where you're going and with your world building. And I'm a big fan of Michael Moorcock, the fantasy kind of science fiction fantasy novelist, and you know, I'm a big fan of the Elric mythos. You know, the Elric of Melniboné, the mythos, and kind of really what he did with his fantasy kind of worlds. And he called it the well, there was the Young Kingdoms that he, you know, was just kind of where Elric was, you know, lived in, but he called it the planes. It was like all these different worlds were, you know, different planes that existed. You know, I can't remember what he called it. It's been a while since I thought about this, but there were all these different planes of existence, and he had a name for them. But you could be in one plane, like you could be on Earth, and then you go through like a portal that would take you to another plane of existence, which might be another Earth, and it might be another world entirely. But it was just, you know, there was just this ongoing story of worlds, and everything was different, but they all somehow, you know, interconnected in a certain way. It was really cool. It's hard to describe because it was very intricate. But in the world of what did he? I can't remember what he called it, but he called like Elric, like, and some of these people like the Eternal Champions, and Elric himself was what we call an anti-hero, right? He's not really a hero because he's pretty much a bad guy. I mean, he does things that are bad things. Like if you think of like Dungeons and Dragons, he would not be like a lawful good character. He would be more like probably like a lawful evil, or you know, a chaotic evil or something like that. You know, not a chaotic evil, but I mean like a neutral, you know, evil or something. But it was the multiverse. Thank you, Phil. I couldn't think of. I was trying to think of multiverse, but it was really the multiverse, the parallels between. Yeah, but I mean, it was really the multiverse. And but what was cool is he really talked about the different orders of law and chaos on each multiverse, and they varied. And the laws, like the actual physics of each universe, varied. So like what may work in this, you know, universe you're in might be completely different in the next universe of the multiverse. So just the laws, you know, what was good, what was not good, you know, what was acceptable, was there magic, was there not magic, you know. Yeah, I was gonna think neutral evil. I would think Elric would be like, I mean, he had lawful tendencies though. I would have thought he would have been, I almost thought lawful evil, you know, because he definitely had good elements to him. But he wasn't chaotic evil, because obviously, you know, that would just be straight up, you know, doesn't give a shit and hates everything, you know. So I would have thought lawful evil or neutral evil. But I'm a big fan of the Elric, of the, you know, of the multiverse, of the anti-hero, Eternal Champion, all that stuff.
How are you? Have a good one.
What are all the quests here I haven't done? Most of these. I wonder if I can take out Belly Grub. What is he, 24? Oh yeah, we can take out Belly Grub. But the best thing, too, about the Elric, one of the coolest things was that how they treated, you know, some of the magical items, right? Like, you know, like the two black swords were really, had demons entrapped within the blades that gave them their power, and so basically a lot of the magic, you know, really was sorcery, and it was like having, like, if you did a lot of good things for your evil god or your demonic gods, they could reward you with power based on a lot of in a lot of different ways. Whereas like Elric, if he summoned some of his gods, they might come to his aid, or they could actually provide him with artifacts or ships or weapons or different things of magical, you know, that have magic in them that could help him out. I mean, there are a lot of different things to it, you know. He did abandon his race, yes. He was, I think he did abandon his race, but I think it was because he didn't. I think he abandoned his race because he wanted. Initially, that wasn't his goal. His goal was to explore the Young Kingdoms because he was very curious, and he didn't want to rule. You know, he didn't really want to rule in the beginning. You know, that wasn't his thing. You know, he didn't want to be the emperor, and he also didn't think that people really cared about him. You know. Well, I think well, think about it this way. He could have killed his brother, right? He could have killed his brother, you know, Wyrakun or Yurkun or however you pronounce it. I mean, he had many opportunities to kill him, but he didn't, you know? So that alone lets you know he's not chaotic evil. If he was chaotic evil, he would have killed his brother straight up, right?
Farewell.
Thanks, Phil. But I mean, he would have killed, Yurkun, like, right away. And of course he loved, Samoral, and he never, and he did a lot of stuff to try to save her. And again, I think if he was chaotic evil, maybe he might not have done some of the things he did. He befriended, Moonglum and some other people and helped them in certain situations. But he ultimately did things that benefited him for his agenda, but I don't think he was straight up evil, because he could have done things in a much more aggressive, bad fashion, I guess. He could have just straight up killed people to get to the end he was trying to get to get to his goals he was trying to accomplish. He could have been really bad about the way he did things. But yeah, it's really interesting, I mean, he was like this kind of, that's why they call him an anti-hero, because you want to root for the guy, but in his heart, he's still kind of just a bad guy. He's not like he's a good person, but he's not a straight up bad person either. I mean, all he really wanted to do was to get married and live a life away from all the troubles of his previous ancestors, because they ruled, all the kings of Melnibone, they ruled with a very strict rule. They were brutal. They didn't care. They killed everybody and anybody. They didn't care about the Young Kingdoms. They looked at them as basically like slugs and the dirt on their boot. You know what I mean? They weren't worthy of them.
Lovely.
But I just loved how they could summon demons, like you could summon a demon and try to get the demon to do your bidding, but you had to almost do combat. You had to actually almost fight the demon and defeat him to prove to the demon that you were the person in control. And even then, you may not get the demon to do what you want. Demons were obviously evil and not easy to control. And it was really neat that they could take demons and bind them into armor and into weapons to give armor and weapons different, effects, different abilities. It's just a neat take on imbuing magical items with not just magic, but complete essences of demons, of other spirits and entities, which is I find very, very interesting. And also just like think about, Elric when he tries to summon Strasha or some of the gods, the more neutral gods, not necessarily like super like Ariok or something. He had to, because of who he was, he already had a leg up on summoning those types of gods because they knew him, they knew his family, the people that had come before him. But if you were to make a MMO based on Elric, right, it would be a neat system, right? Wouldn't it be a neat system to have to generate favor with your gods, with your patrons. And how would you do that? You would have to, perform tasks for them. For Ariak, it was easy. All he had to do was kill and suck the souls of people out in his, for Ariak. Basically just kill people for him. Yeah. Well, yeah, blood and souls for my Lord Ariak, exactly. So, but it's really cool. I mean, I think it's such a neat idea. And just like when they went to some of the other, multiverses, like somehow how like the laws of physics just didn't apply. Weird shit would happen. Things would twist, doorways would open and close, and things didn't always appear to be what they were. And it was just some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, well, the MMO that I was working on, that I kind of just as a side project for fun, I draw a lot from the Michael Moorcock's universe. I draw a lot from that because there's just a lot of really good material there. There's a lot of good stuff you can get out of it. Yeah. I didn't, as far as Elric, I didn't get super heavy into it. Like, I've only read probably about, 6 or 7 books. I read the 6 main books. The Weird of the White Wolf and all that, and all the Elric novels, but I didn't read, all the sub-stories. I didn't read, the book on Moonglum, or the book on, Rakir, the Red Archer, and I haven't read all those books yet. Something I've always wanted to do. But there's a lot of good material there. I talked to the guy that runs one of the big... I talked to the guy who runs the website for Michael Moorcock, and he was actually really cool. And actually, it sounds like Michael Moorcock is a really cool person. And, he said that if I ever wanted to use, reference his material, or to use Michael Moorcock's works, to let him know, and
Lovely.
he could it depends on what it was, but it seemed like, he's very open to helping aspiring content creators, and I thought that was pretty cool. Seemed like he's a pretty cool guy.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's definitely out there. It's definitely different. I don't know if you've ever read Stephen R. Donaldson, but if you read, try reading Lord Fowl's Bane, or try reading the Chronicles of Thomas Covenant, the Unbeliever. You want to talk about a crazy hero? Oh my God, that's another kind of anti-hero. If you've never read that series, if you're looking for a really good fantasy series, you should check that out. Yeah, he was really... I mean, he wasn't I didn't talk to Michael Moorcock, but I talked to the guy who runs his website, and he told me that Michael himself, he is very supportive of other writers and other people and content creators, and so that if I ever wanted permission to reference his work, to just let him know, and he would bring it up with him. And I don't know if Michael he was at the time, this was probably about 5 years ago, but I believe Michael Moorcock is still alive. Pretty sure he is. Yeah, he's still alive. See, he's 80. Oh, you've read the Ill Earth series? I haven't read that one. I think my brother read that one. Let me see, Ill Earth. The Ill Earth War. Which one is that? I know my brother's read it. Oh, so you have read it. That is what it's called. I couldn't remember. So you've read the first 3 books then. Yeah. Dude, yeah, those are great books. Like Lord Fowl's Bane, which is the first book, dude, that's freaking Stephen, Thomas Covenant, what a crazy guy that is. He's the guy had leprosy, man. The first 9 books, yeah. I've only read like the first 3. I never finished. I read them in Chicago a long time ago, like the first 3, and I never actually. It's one of those series that I wanted to go back and finish, but I got into the Wheel of Time series, and that's like 14 books. So I ended up reading that, but yeah, those are really good books, man. But Thomas Covenant, White Gold Wielder, dude, that's some crazy stuff right there. I don't know if I get enough. I haven't really been paying attention to how much ore I've got so far. We'll check out here. We'll check out here in a minute. Let's see. Check it. Let's see. Legend of Stalvin. Okay, yeah, we're done with the Wrath Band, but let's go ahead and see what kind of nodes we can get here. Yeah, the others. That's a really good. Yeah, Steven Doniston's a good writer. But I think the Wheel of Time, though. The Wheel of Time's probably up there as my favorite, though, as far as those those types of books, fantasy, and the Wheel of Time is just really good. So intricate and so interesting. Yeah, I haven't read anything lately. I've got some books by Terry Brooks that I've been wanting to read, and I was reading a book by the guy who finished the Wheel of Time series. Can't remember his name right now. I've got a book of his that he wrote before he picked up and finished off the Wheel of Time series. But I got a book that he did. It's actually a guy at the bookstore that I used to go to recommended to me, and it's actually pretty good. I still haven't finished that. Yeah, but the books that influenced me the most. Yeah, you got to read if you like fantasy. I mean, you have to read Wheel of Time. I mean, to me, the Wheel of Time, the only thing I can put above Wheel of Time really is J.R.R. Tolkien, right? Like, they're both. Tolkien's such a different writer, though. I mean, his writing's almost. I don't want to say it's hard to read, but just the way he writes is very cerebral. I mean, he speaks with a very older English tongue. You know what I mean? Tolkien's going to be a little bit more modern. It's not as old, obviously, so a little bit easier to digest and read because more the writing of today. There, nah. Looks like we got 2.
Lovely. Lovely.
You should definitely read Wheel of Time. That's one of those. If you like fantasy novels, that's one of those books that you just have to read. I mean, you just have to read it. I mean, I can't recommend it enough. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I mean, Tolkien was really trying to come up with a story that gave Britain, the English people, their own kind of, uh, lore. That he felt like they didn't have. They didn't have like their own like stories. They didn't have like King Arthur, or the English people didn't have their own like, like Beowulf stories or anything like that. So he was really trying to come up with some sort of a cool story, like lore. I can't think of the word. That they could call their own. Their own mythos, I guess, as it were. But yeah, so it started out, I think, more as that, and then it kind of started evolving into more of a fantasy type story. But the way he writes is so different, It's not like reading, like Terry Brooks or you know, or Robert Jordan or Stephen R. Donaldson. You know, his writing is a lot more cerebral. I think it's a lot more, like you said. What's deadly? No, caves are deadly. I've died in a cave only once on a hardcore character, and it's because they rooted me in place with these nets, and it was my own fault because I was in a cave where the mobs were almost the same level as me, and I knew it was a super dangerous cave, and that's how my level 35 warrior died. Actually, was in a cave, and it was my own fault. I was just being stupid. I just was really tired that day, and I was really trying to progress through a quest, and I knew I needed to go into the cave to get a shadow hunter's knife, and in Wrathy Highlands, and I was just like, oh, I just need to get this one knife, and I knew it was a dangerous cave, but I went in there anyway, and ended up getting killed. So you know, I got what I deserved basically, because I aggroed an extra mob, and I played it really poorly. I could have easily won the fight if I had remembered my retaliation. I could have just sat back, popped retaliation, and probably killed the mobs that I had aggroed. But instead, I was like, well, I'll just run out and reset them. But one of the mobs, as I was going out, respawned, so I ended up getting 3 on me. And at that point, I pretty much was, you know, dead, pretty much toast. Yeah, it was horrible, dude. It was just me playing really poorly and being tired, and it was bad. It was not pretty. I was not proud of that moment at all. I was pretty upset about that, actually. All right, so we do need to get to Goldshire and Northshire. I'm just wondering if I shouldn't. I'm trying to debate if I should just fly to Stormwind, if it's faster to fly to Stormwind and then walk. I don't, you know, we have to go. Yeah, I think it's going to be faster to fly to Stormwind and just hoof it. Let's also make our ore here. Yeah, so I think though, like for me, like for the kind of story building I was doing, I draw super heavily from Michael Moorcock, and I also draw really, really heavily, specifically from Terry Brooks's novels, The Voyage of Jorl Shannara. Those specific books, I draw a lot of interesting stuff from, I think. And Terry Brooks is like the easy fantasy writer to digest. You know, the Sword of Shannara, the Elfstones of Shannara is like. His writing's very, very easy. I mean, anybody can really jump right in and, you know, and just kind of follow along. But it's kind of like that guilty pleasure fantasy, you know. It's because it's not like super cerebral or super like intellectual, but it's just good. It's just good stories, good character development. Yeah, I have. Yes, Phil, I did. One time I was coming out of the inn here, and I didn't see the Molten Giant, but I got hit by his fire shield or something. And I remember at the time going, what? What the hell? Where is Yaller up here? I wonder if I can take Yaller out. What, 27?
See you later.
I can take Yaller out, right? Let's go take Yaller. He's 25. I think we can, right? Yeah, Terry's an easy read, but he's good. I mean, he writes in a very easy style, and like I said, he's got good character development. You know, the Sword of Shannara is still one of my favorite books. Sword of Shannara, Elfstone Shannara, both really good. Too bad that MTV's Shannara series was so bad. It was really bad, dude. Oh man. He's not. He's not elite. The only problem is I will have to try to kill 3 mobs at once, probably. So I've done it before. I think at like level 20. I think I've done it before at level 27. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna try to. Basically, what we'll do is we'll try to aggro and kill one of them, and then reset. You know what I mean? And just if we can. But yeah, I wish I had some more dynamite or anything, but. Yeah, we'll see. It should be. I think it won't be a problem with retaliation, and we can even use a target dummy, you know, to like aggro and get some of the mobs off of us if we want. I think we can probably just run past these two. They're only 19, so... Ooh, well, maybe not. There's a lot of them there. Maybe we'll just go this way. I wonder if I can run. Look, I can rock climb through there. Yeah, it's pretty cool, though. I mean, I've already written up some of the races of, that I'm creating for my world, and a couple of the cities, not too many. I've got about 2% of the world created, but some of the basic concepts are laid out there. But anyways, here you go. You've got the Alpha. He's level 21, and you've got Yaller, who's 25. Then you've got the Mystic. So really, I just have to focus on killing the Mystic. And oh, see, there's 4 of them though. So, all right. So what we're gonna do. But this one we can separate out, pretty sure. So let's take care of this guy.
Lovely.
I've got 3 well, there's 3 races. I mean, obviously there's going to be the human race. There's another race called the Shreen. And then there's another race I've got that I don't know what I'm going to call them yet. And without giving up too much of the story, they're an interesting race that's sectioned off from the rest of the world because they're on an island. So they're not in any way in contact with the other races. The Shreen are more of a forest-dwelling race. People that live kind of in the woods, and so they're more out, kind of almost like, I wouldn't want to say wood elves, but they're more dwelling outside. I wonder if I can. I don't know if I can take 18. We got 18, 21, and 20. What is he? 25. That's. I don't know.
Lovely.
I was kind of joking. I have a lot left to do on the world building. I have an idea on the world map and some of the races, and that's about it. So I've created only a couple of the cities. So I've got a lot of work to do on that. But that's something I want to spend more time on. Once I get out of... If I can ever pull myself away from WoW, then I would spend more time working on that just for fun. Yeah, they're not evolutionary connected. There's more to it than that, but like I said, without giving up too much of the world, I don't really want to talk about that. But yeah, they're not. They're basically developing completely on their own outside of the rest of the world, so nobody really knows about them. I'm not sure if I can pull... I know there's a good spot over here where we have a good distance we can pull around the corner here. I'm just not sure if these are all linked, how easy or hard it's going to be to... But I think we're in a pretty... Let's try it. Let's see.
and kiss your ass goodbye.
Come on. Forgot about my fish oil. I should have popped that sooner. I also forgot about my some of my other things I had. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got it. I actually forgot about some of the things I had. I forgot that I had the explosive rocket. I forgot about my fish oil, which I think I'm out of now. Yeah, I think I'm out of fish oil. Fish oils are really good. I actually forgot that I had that scroll of agility. What else do I have? I think that's about it. But yeah, it was easy. But it's gonna give us a ring, which is awesome. So. Time is at 9:50. I can't play too long tonight. Since I promised my wife I would. She was watching some TV, and then I was going to. She wanted me to tell her a story when she went to bed. Believe it or not. Or read to her. It's her birthday. She wanted me to read something to her tonight. She hasn't been feeling well, so she's been kind of sick. We both have actually been kind of under the weather, to be honest. Alrighty, so we'll turn this quest in, then we're going to head over to Brother Paxton. Goldshower first, then Brother Paxton. And then we'll head to Stormwind, and then we will head to... I'm thinking probably Wetlands. Either Wetlands or Ashenvale. Oh, yeah. No, no, you don't understand my wife, Phil. When she wants to watch, she likes to watch TV by herself. Like, she has certain things she likes to watch. Look at this. Oh man, it's almost tough to. Well, 4 stamina, 2 spirit, or 5 stamina, 3 strength. That's a pretty tough call, but I think we got to go with the ring.
See you around.
No, she likes to watch TV. There's certain shows she likes to watch she knows I don't like, and she likes to watch them by herself. So she's just chilling, watching her shows, and then after that, when she goes to bed, I'm gonna tuck her in and read her and tell her a story. I don't know what story. She just said she wanted me to tell her a story about something, so I'll make something up, something about dragons, and she said there has to be dragons and mushrooms in it. So. Like, all right, I can do that. Yeah, my wife's pretty awesome. All right, so let's. Actually, it was going to be faster to fly. I forgot about that. Let's just fly to Stormwind. Yeah, I am going to wrap this up, though. I'm only going to stream a little bit, probably no later than like 10:30, probably.
Hey there. Have a good one.
I'm constantly rewatching the WW. What's the WW? It's the, what is it? I know what that is. It's just... I mean, like, what is it? Westworld? Wonder Woman? What is the WW? Is it Westworld? What is WW, dude? Oh, West Wing. I'm like, West Wing. Yeah, I've never watched The West Wing. I never can get into political stuff too much. We watch a couple comedies. Like, there's a few comedies we like. Uh, I think we've watched The Lord of the Rings quite a bit. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm pretty old too, though, Phil. Yeah, I'm 50. But yeah, we watched some of The Lord of the Rings together, and you know, we watch Corner Gas a lot, which is just this cheesy comedy, but it's pretty funny. That and Kim's Convenience. She likes horror movies, though, believe it or not. So she always talks me into watching horror movies. I'm not a big horror person, but she likes horror movies, especially if it's kind of like not hack and slash movies, but more like supernatural. She likes supernatural thrillers, I guess, ghosts and stuff like that. She likes ghosts a lot, I guess. Yeah, let me check in on my wife actually and see what her plans are. If she, I just need to know when she's gonna go to bed so I can make up a story for her. I'll be right back. Yeah, you're right. Have you raw? Of course, the cat wants to get in here. He's always trying to get in here. Hold on, guys. I gotta send a quick text message. Okay. Yeah, she likes not the psychological thriller. I mean, sometimes the psychological thrillers, but she really likes just the supernatural stuff. There was one movie we watched. There was one like possession movie we watched that was freaking creepy, and she. It's hilarious because she'll watch those shows, and then when she goes to bed, she's like, "I can't go to bed by myself. You got to come to bed with me. It's too scary." And I'm just like, "What?" It just makes you laugh. You're like, "Why do you do this to yourself? Scare yourself half to death." I don't know why I went this way when I could have just jumped over here, totally wasting time. Doo-doo. Hello, Mr. Breadcomb. I'm getting sleepy. Mm-mm. It's nobody kill. I wanted to kill somebody. I'm trying to raise my two hands weapon skill here. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab some more copper. Why not? We will make some low-level dynamite or something. for fun.
Hey there. See you around.
So actually, it's not bad. I mean, that quest is actually not bad because you do have the return turn in, which makes you a little bit of XP.
King's honor, friend.
King's honor. 13.7. I can't even use two hands, which kind of sucks. Gun maces. I really need to learn that. But for now, 13.7. What is this? 13.1. Yeah, we can live without it.
Be careful.
I received the book of the stresses of iron. Nice. The riddle of steel. Hey, Billy, what's up? Thanks, Billy. I appreciate that, man. I do have it. I think I got it this time. This is going to be the one. As Cargos likes to tell me, this is the one, man. Blessed run. This is it. But honestly, you know, after just knowing that, you know, not to basically try to run away and hamstring mobs, especially. A lot of times I'll try to hamstring them and just run away, and which is fine, it normally works, but when I hit that group of gnolls that were linked, once I hit one of them, they all, it reset the leash on all of them, so. Yeah, all runs are blessed runs, yes, you are correct. Well, my last warrior got to 35 before she died in the cave, so. Actually, that's not true. The one after that, it was like, died at like 19, I think. I got 35, died. Then I got to 19 and died to the stupid gnolls because I pulled a group that was linked. Didn't realize that when I hit one of them that was linked, it would reset the leash on all of them, and they ended up killing me. So that really stunk.
See you later.
Remember if is it up here? I can't remember if it's here or if it's. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, I died in the caves once, but that was completely my fault. I was just being stupid. You know, I wanted to finish a quest that was in a cave, and I knew it was super dangerous. My friend Zolson jumped on and I was like, dude, this is a dangerous cave. And I'm like, I know. And I was actually on my way out of the cave. On my way out of the cave when I saw one of the Shadow Hunters, I was like, oh, I'll just kill this one more Shadow Hunter, and maybe he'll drop it with the item I need. And of course, I aggroed 2 mobs, and the mob reset. I aggroed 3 mobs, I got rooted, and I was dead. But yeah, you'll see me going to caves a lot, and I don't really fear caves too much. There's just that one cave there was that one cave in Wrathy Highlands that you really should avoid because of the fact that the mobs love to run, and they love to root you. So they'll root you, and then they'll run, aggro other mobs, bring them back, and then you'll be fighting those guys, and you'll probably almost get one of those guys killed, and then he'll run away and grab another one. And if you try to run away, they'll just root you in place. So it's actually really dangerous. Paladin for the win, man. I love paladins. I love paladins. But no disrespect to your paladin, but man, these warriors are tough, Billy. Warrior is so tough to keep alive, man. But any class is kind of tough. You know, any of them are difficult and hardcore, you know. You just don't think about it. Like when you're, before you play hardcore, you're just not used to, you don't think about it. You're like, yeah, die, whatever. You res, you keep going. But when death equals delete, it starts to bring a whole new sense of terror in certain situations. Alright, so we got a couple quests here we can turn in. Let's turn these guys in. Yeah, the worst part about Murlocs is how fast they are. Murlocs are very fast. So even if you like hamstring one, they can still almost, I think they can still pretty much almost keep up with you. It's crazy. And they do love to breed their friends. And they'll even like stop and drink potions of healing on you. I've had Murlocs, I'm killing them, they're almost dead, and they drink a potion of healing. I'm like, really? Yeah, the warrior is by far the hardest. There's no doubt about that. But it's also, that also makes it really fun too, because it's so challenging, you know.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend.
A lot of times the crocodile, the elite, is underwater right here. One time I walked across the bridge and he was right here, and I was so afraid that when I walked over to do the Legend of Stalvin quest, I was going to somehow aggro this elite crocodile, and he was going to come out and kick my butt, but luckily he didn't aggro.
Can I help you? Be careful.
Lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. What'd be even more cool is if somebody dropped a blue weapon for me to use, you know? That'd be really cool. I could use a nice blue drop. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Varigan's Fist is nice,
I'd be
dude.
with you. Be
The
careful.
stresses. Ooh, 1950. Nice. Yeah, that hammer is really good. It's a really nice weapon. Alright, I think we're gonna, you know, we've, I still need to hit the bank. I hate to do it, but I gotta hit the bank. Constantly dealing with not enough room in my inventory. It's changing the music. My character ran into a wall.
How are you?
I don't know how I am. You know how I am? I need to deposit some stuff here, guys. You know what? Where's the rough? Let's get the rough stone out of here.
See you around. Good day to you. Have a good one.
Using the two-hand battle axe from the weapon vendor in Stormwind? Oh yeah, with the Seal of Command, dude. I mean, leveling a Paladin would be like... the Paladin's the class I know better than any other class, and I have no doubt I could level a Paladin to 60, and it definitely something it's hard for me not to want to do, because I love the Paladin. Paladin's my favorite class in Vanilla WoW. I mean, it really is. I love the Paladin. It's so much fun. I'm doing the Warrior because it's a challenge, and I wanted to do something that was challenging. After the Warrior, I was thinking of maybe going with the Druid, but it's always tough for me not to go Paladin, because I love the Paladin so much.
Safe travels.
Yeah, Paladin's good. But I still see a lot of people die on the Paladin. You know, you can get overconfident with any class. You gonna do a Druid, Phil? Yeah, Druid, I think. Actually, Druid's one of the one I was thinking of. What, babe? Oh. Okay. Yeah, after I get this one to 60, I was thinking of maybe doing a Druid. Druid would be really fun. I like Druids. Druid and Paladins are both similar because they can tank, they can heal, and they can do damage. So they're kind of that all-purpose class, you know, the all-purpose classes. Let's see, what can we make? Coarse dynamite. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of dynamite, guys. We never have too much dynamite. Are you an engineer too, Billy? Yeah, I finally went engineer. I figured I've died so many times it would be nice just to give myself that one little crutch of having some target dummies. Space goats. Yeah, TVC Paladin's is really strong.
there.
Hmm.
Have a good one. Greetings. Farewell.
Getting too used to playing my night elf. My jumps are all screwed up.
King's honor, friend. For the Alliance.
This character, I will show you the closest call. I've only had one really close call. And this is it right here. Yeah, this is the close call I had. I was level 18. Fighting level 19 digger here.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I'm at 53% health, 50, 47. And right there, I get hit by a spell. Right? But I'm like, where'd the spell come from? As soon as I get hit, I figure what probably happened is I'm in an area here of the map that I'm not normally in. And there's a hill right to my right. So I'm thinking there must be some stone splitter mob on top of this hill that I was completely unaware of. And I was right. There were. So I'll just let it play through and you guys can see it. But what happens is I'm fighting the mob up here, and I don't want to stand here in this path because this is the main path where they spawn. I don't want to spawn on me because I know I can really only take about one of these guys at a time. It's almost like being in a cave, this area, because there's a lot of mobs that respawn. So I pull them up here into this area between these two little hills, thinking, oh, this is a good spot. I'm off the beaten path here. But what I didn't realize is there were two mobs right up the hill to my left, which I didn't know.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
So he's almost dead. He starts moving away. I run over here. Two mobs jump on me right
You
now.
are screwed.
Boom, there's two mobs. And if I show you again, here, I'll show you. Oops, where is it?
One dude.
No. Sorry, so let me pause it so you can see.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Because what's funny is when the two mobs come down, it's hard to know right away there's two, but I knew right away I could see them.
You were
There's one, and there's two. There's the second one. At this point, I have an emote that kicks in when my health drops to below 35. I'm surprised it went off because I'm only at 36%. It should go off when I'm at, I think it's 38. I think when I'm at 38% health or lower, this audio sound plays and says you are screwed. And I can see the two mobs here, so immediately I drop a target dummy and run. But I would have been dead without target dummy. And just so you guys know, I've died like 5 times on Warriors before this. And in every single one of those, I didn't have engineering, so I didn't have a target dummy. So this would have been a scenario where if I would have picked up blacksmithing like I had been doing, I would have been dead.
rude.
Target dummy, drop, pop a healing potion, run past this guy, and just run out, basically.
Holy shit. That was scary as fuck.
But I would have been dead for sure.
Come on, dude.
You were screwed.
Because I would have, I wouldn't have had a target dummy, so I would have had 3 mobs on me there trying to get away, and pretty sure I would not have been able to make it. So that was my closest, that was my closest moment to dying. And that just shows you how valuable the target dummies are, Yeah, without the target dummy there, I'm pretty sure I'm dead. I mean, you saw I was like, it said you were screwed, so I'm below. I was at 35% health. 2 mobs are on me. One was a caster, right? Because one hit me with a spell. So 2 mobs on me, one's a caster, and I would have had to run past another mob to get out. So I would have had 3 mobs chasing me, one being a caster, and I was at 35% health. So I'm like, man, I would have been dead. So I was trying to like make a statement. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do the hardest character. I'm gonna be blacksmithing. I'm not even gonna help myself out. I'm not gonna have target dummies. I'm not gonna be engineering. I'm not gonna be alchemy. And I'm just gonna no sweat. I'm gonna go straight to 60. But I learned the hard way that it's very easy to get other mobs on you that can kill you pretty quickly. When you're playing a warrior, especially if you try to play the way Cargos plays, where you play with the camera zoomed in. If you play with the camera like zoomed in really close, and you can't see the mobs around you very well, you don't have that good peripheral vision, you're pretty much begging to get killed. Mobs will path. I mean, there's mobs that literally run from spot to spot. Like you'll see that over in Lakeshire. There's a couple places where the orcs will be walking, and then they'll just start sprinting. And if you're like zoomed in, they can sprint from like 50 feet behind you and run right to you, and you wouldn't even realize it. And that's also gotten me killed once, where a mob sprinted right in. I was running this direction, and the mob just happened to be over there where these guys are standing, but I couldn't see him because he was over a hill. I'm running this way to get away from an elite spider, and this orc over here decided to sprint right at me, and I ran basically right into him. It's just like, what? So yeah, if you play with it like, if I switch here, I switch to the, to the action cam full. Action cam full here with the camera zoomed in, and, you can play this way, but it does make it more difficult. It makes it more tricky. So, I've got macros that'll switch, from action cam full to standard, I've got 2 different macros here. You can see Shift C and X. They just switch between action cam and action cam default. This is actually default action cam settings, which is what the game plays under. And if you go with the action cam full, it's this way. So yeah, I usually play pretty much, I'd say about like this. If I'm in an area that's very, very dangerous, where there's a lot of mobs, like, all around me, you might see me zoom out like this. And kind of play like this, just because if there's a lot of danger, Man, I'm not going to die just because I insist on having make it, But you got to know, like, Cargos and some of these people, like, Cargos has leveled so many characters up in vanilla, like, way more than I have probably even. And I've leveled a lot in vanilla, but not like what him and some of those other guys have done, he knows the path that he goes through, and so he knows the mob spawn points and all that, and I don't, Hey, what's up, Mason? I'm going to Ashenvale. We're going to go to Astronar. We're going to try doing a little Astronar quests, but I may log off here in a second. I got to check to spend some time with my wife here before she goes to bed. But you know, it's her birthday today, but you know, we always call it her birthday month. So it's not just today's her birthday, you know. She's like, it's my birthday month. So she'll wake up tomorrow and be like, it's my birthday. And I'm like, no, your birthday was yesterday. She's like, yeah, but it's my birthday month. You know what I mean? So it's like her birthday every day until the month's over. But yeah, Cargos, I mean, like I said, he knows those quests. So he knows where all the mobs are, and he probably knows where all the spawns are. So I don't think he's really, when he's zoomed in really close, he probably has a good idea where everything is at. Like, I know the Alliance quests, certain ones, really well, so I know where the mobs are too. But there are certain quests that you'll do, that I'll do, where I have no idea where the mobs are spawning. And I won't stay zoomed in those scenarios. I'll zoom out at least a little, you know, just so I have a little bit of an ability to see, you know, what's going on. I'm pretty sure I don't have the flight path, guys, so I'm gonna have to run. This is my favorite zone, though, in vanilla. It's just such a cool looking zone. I mean, how can you not like this zone, you know? It's just gorgeous. It is a beautiful. Make sure I'm not drowning. We do not want to drown, right? Oh no! I have a pygmy crawler on me. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that I don't have the flight path to Astronar. I'm like 99.9%.
I am honored.
Yeah.
Please watch over
And off we go. Yeah, but I mean, look at this. I mean, seriously, how can you not like think that this is like one of the most beautiful zones in all of vanilla? You know, look at that. I love the pier, you know. Let's see if we can get a good screenshot here. I wish the moon was in a different spot. Ah well, screw it. Screw it! Well, I mean, so on Alliance, like, what I do on the Alliance is at level 12, what I did was, I'm a human, right? So I start in Stormwind. So at level 12, what I did was I went down through here into Westfall. And then in Westfall, I actually I went down to the beach here, and I walked between two Murlocs that were, you know, and I think I was level 12, and they were like level, I don't know, 13 or something. I can't remember, but they came after me, and luckily I got away, and I jumped into the water here, and I swam all the way up the coast, to the wetlands right here. I swam all the way up the coast to here, grab the flight path here, and then I take the boat, which is what I just did. I take the boat from the wetlands over to Darkshore, to here. Ooh, look at the boat right there. That would have made a good screenshot, wouldn't it? To here. Yeah? And then, you know, once I get here, you grab the flight path. You grab that. Once you get here, once you get to this area, actually, let me check this quest guide. This should be like a quest going. Once you get to here, you take the boat. There's on the pier here, there's a bridge, a side over here. You go over here, take that boat, and that boat will take you to Retharon Village. It'll take you to right here, Retharon Village. And then you can grab that flight path. And once you grab that flight path, you know, and of course, before you do that, you have to come in here and grab this flight path. So go grab this flight path, then go back down the pier, get on this boat, go to Retharon Village, grab that flight path, then you can fly back to here to this flight path. So, yes, there is another boat. Yeah, so there's actually 2 boats here. The Corrupt Bramestems is a dungeon quest. Yeah, Red Ridge National Park. I think I would say that as far as like some of my favorite zones, as far as the way they look, would be Westfall. I really like Westfall, Duskwood, and Ashenvale. Westfall, Duskwood, Ashenvale are 3 of my favorites. Actually, I like Arathi Highlands. I think Arathi Highlands is a gorgeous zone at certain times during the day. But I mean, just look at this. I mean, how can you not think that this is not like an amazingly cool looking, you know? Like, here, let's do this. We're gonna put the ground clutter at max, right? Look at this shit. Yeah. Eldershill's nice too. Darkshore's my favorite. This is my favorite zone. I just think the lighting is really cool. All the trees, all the colors. It's very night elfish, you know. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at the lighting, the shadows, the lighting. It's so cool. Look at that. Now, if that isn't back of the box, I don't know what is, man. Let's get back on the road so we don't get killed. Silverpine's, yeah, I like Silverpine though. I think Silverpine's pretty nice. Yeah, I do like Silverpine Forest. I think on the Horde starting zones, my favorite are going to be Mulgore and the Undead. You know, like Torn starting zone and the Undead starting zone are my favorite, Horde-wise. It's another nice screenshot. I could take screenshots in Dark Shore all day long. There's just so many cool areas. It's amazing to me that, it's a testament to WoW, but I mean, it's amazing to me that classic WoW looks so good. I still think to this day it looks really nice. It has its own charm, you know what I mean? Yeah, hey Darcy. Yeah, Winter Spring is beautiful. Yeah, Winter Spring is one of my favorite zones too. I'm glad you brought that up because that's one that I always kind of forget about. But Winter Spring is gorgeous. Ah, kind of fell down there. It's all right. Yeah, Winter Spring is really beautiful. I think any zone that has snow in it in any MMO is really nice looking, Like, so Winter Spring is right here. And actually, if I get to 60 on this character, what I'll do is I'll show you guys. Like this is Mount Hyjal, and it's not supposed to be available to you in vanilla, but you can sneak into Mount Hyjal here, and it's a really cool zone. And when I get to 60 with this warrior, I will sneak into Mount Hyjal and show you guys what that looks like, because it's actually really cool. Wow, this is the transition from Dark Shore into Ashenvale, or into what is it called? Into it is Ashenvale. So the transition's kind of neat. Not really. I don't remember the road construction sign, but there's you have to go through. The way I know is to go through Winter Spring. You actually have to go through here. So you actually go all the way down into Dark Whistler Gorge here, and make your way up through the mountains right here. You climb over into Hyjal this way. And it's tricky because of the elite, the demons that are there that are elites. So you gotta try not to, get killed. But once I'm 60, it doesn't matter if I die. I can resurrect freely. So. My short human legs. Night elves are so much taller. This is Bloodsail Buccaneers. Bloodsail Buccaneers. Need to make room in my quest log for some of these quests, so let's just grab the ones that we know we can easily reacquire if we want to. These are very easy to go back and just pick right back up. We want to pick them up again. You just died again? Oh, dude, sorry, man. That sucks, man. Hopefully you weren't too high level. Yeah. Yeah, Darcy, it's very... I've died 5 or 6 times on the warrior, so... But this is the attempt that's gonna... I'm convinced I'm gonna make 60 on this one. I have engineering now, which really just gives me kind of the get-out-of-jail-free card. I didn't have that before, so it was easy to just get in situations where, you know, you pop a healing potion, you try to run, and sometimes that just isn't good enough. Yeah, the hardcore mode makes the game so much fun. Big kudos to Cargos and those guys for really coming up with this. You know, it's just such a good idea. I can't believe I didn't think of it, because I never really was big into like the Iron Man challenge. You know, of just like leveling to 60 without, you know, you just level to 60 in the gear you start off with. Like level 1 character, you have gray gear and all that, and you just go to 60 with just that gear. You don't buy new gear or do or use any of the upgraded gear. But it was never something I was that into.
Farewell. Good luck, friend. My goods are of the highest quality.
Your goods are the highest quality. Do I think what's worth the...
My goods are of the highest quality.
Your goods are of the highest quality. And go in peace. We do have a weaponsmith. Let me check out the trade goods.
My goods are of the highest quality.
So she's got some enchanting recipes. Weaponsmith. Let's see what the weaponsmith's got.
My goods are of the highest quality.
That's what I hear. I keep hearing that your goods are of the most unbelievable quality. So he does have a level 19 dagger, which is actually not bad. 1.6. So like 64 silver. This would have been a good thing to buy you know, back when I was level 19, but I'm not level 19 anymore. He does have, let's see, level 31. That's not bad. Broadsword, but it's too slow. Dalcian, this is 16 damage. Long staff. Sometimes the staves are really good weapons for warriors. Two hand, too slow, too fast. Let's see, level 30. What is this? 2.5. Well, this one's not bad. Here you can get a 1.6 dagger. 16.6. It's not bad, but we also know that we can get the fist weapons at level 30 that are going to be just about as good, or they're going to be a little bit better than this, and they're 1.5. So, but still, you could do this in the main if you wanted to. But I still think getting the fist weapons at 30 is going to be better than that. I think that's going to be difficult. I need to go check these quests. I think it will be difficult. You can get around because it's difficult to do if even when you do know the quests and everything. So if you've never gotten attuned to 60 and you're trying to do the hardcore challenge, I certainly would say there's nothing wrong with doing it. You know?
Good luck, friend.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you trying to do it this way because it's going to be more fun. It's going to be more challenging. Just pick a class that's easier to do it on, like a hunter or a paladin or something. You know, don't do it on like a warrior or like a, you know, like a rogue. Well, actually, rogue's not too bad.
How may I help?
Yeah.
Till next we meet.
What brings you here? Be careful.
WSG. You think I'm going to do Warsun Gulch? Is that what you're saying? You know I'm not doing Warsun Gulch. Alright. I gotta take a little break, a little AFK just for a minute, guys, because I gotta check some stuff. Baker. What's the Baker have? Alright, I'll be right back in a few minutes, guys. Bathroom break. Alright, we're back. We got a baby Coca-Cola. Warlock, tank pet, and self-heals. Yeah, Warlock's a pretty good class, I would think. For I don't play the classes I don't really play a lot in vanilla are Warlock and Shaman. So those two classes I know the least. Let's see what we're looking at here, guys. It's gray. Renee's cleansing. This is just the start. So we probably should do it, because it's a long quest. Calling the threat. Why not? Ah, what I wouldn't give for some rocket boots.
Lovely.
Wrong way.
Lovely. Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Damn, really? Guy hits hard.
You were screwed.
You're tempting the White Knight. See if I can even get level 20. What is the White Knight, Darcy? I don't know what that is. The White Knight? Warlock 10. I don't know why these guys are doing so much damage to me. Did I just not heal between fights? That's probably all that was.
Lovely.
Yeah, they just do a lot of damage. Oh, it's one of the new achievements, Darcy, they added on the hardcore site. I like those achievements they added, actually. The White Knight.
Lovely.
Where is Mr. Dow? Let's see him. There he is. Level 25. Oh, Mr. Bloodclaw. Oh, he disarmed me.
Lovely. Lovely.
Disarm me again. You bastard! It is pretty hard to get. I don't even bother with it because I'm not dual wielding. I'm doing I'm sorry, I am dual wielding. I'm not doing two-hand weapons as my main, as my main DPS weapon. I'm doing fast dual wield. The way I'm leveling the warrior is not the way that most people level the warrior, so let's just leave it at that, I guess. Most people are going to go with like you said, they'll get the whirlwind axe. They'll go with really big, slow two-hand weapons and just try to crit the heck out of people, and that's just not the way I play the warrior. I like to do Fury War with super, super fast weapons and endless rage, and I just find it a lot more fun to play this particular play style. Alright, so...
Lovely.
goddess watch over you. I am honored.
Interesting.
Del Nadris. Come on, really? Come on, you can make it up, girl. You can do it. Come on, you're almost there. Ah, what a... Disappointed. I'm disappointed. No, damn it. That sucks. Really was hoping I could get over the mountains there. Would have saved me a little time, but oh well. Oh, it's not that much time. You guys ready for some murlocs? Because here they come. Parkour! 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 Oh, fail parkour. Oh well. I'm just a little bit too high level wise. I'm not going to get much XP off any of these mobs, but the quests are still worth doing. They're not that difficult, although getting the stone can be a little bit of a pain.
Oh, off the first mob. You will not see that very often. You will not see that very often. Usually it takes about, you have to kill about 20 or 30 or 40 of them before you get it. So that was quite fortuitous. What you got, warrior? What you got? Come on. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. But maybe a Murloc fin. You know, it's funny. I don't know how people... I've always wondered how people die on the elevator. Like, I've never died on the elevator. I've never seen anyone die on the elevator. And I always saw the corpses at the bottom, you know, the elevator. And I always wondered, how do you die on the elevator? And then I saw the hardcore clip of some guy who died on the elevator. And you know what he did, Darcy? He was standing, waiting for the elevator to come. And, like, let's say, you know, the front of the elevator is right, you know, right here. So the door, like, once you walk past this little route here, you're walking onto the elevator, right? So he's coming up to the elevator. And he jumps. And I'm so the elevator's there. And he jumps like this to get on it. And of course, once he jumps, the elevator goes down. And as the elevator's going down, he's falling down. And he's not falling down faster than the elevator's going down, so he's just free falling. And he falls all the way down and he dies. And I'm like, why the hell would you jump onto the... It's like going to the... Think about going to the Barrens and the Great Lift. If you're going across the Barrens and you're going to that Great Lift, you're not going to jump onto the Great Lift. I mean, that would just be stupid, right? I mean, that would be like really dumb. That's basically the same thing, you know? So I guess that is one of the ways... It's the only way... Oh, this looks like a... Oh. Kind of a cool screenshot here, guys. I mean, I guess that's maybe how people were dying, you know? They jump onto the elevator? I don't know. I don't know. Back of the box, maybe? Back of the box? Actually, you know what? We can make it better, right? Wait a minute, we got some deer. Let's let them move off a little bit. It'd be kind of cool if the deer were actually in the picture, though. That's kind of pretty. So we took that one, back of the box. Yeah, but I'm just like, I don't know how people would want to jump. Actually, this is even a better picture up here. Look at how cool that is. Ooh, look at this wolf. Dude, where is he? Somebody kill my NPC? They must have. I hate it when the Horde kills the NPC. That's just not right. You're already having anxiety over Duskwood? Really? Duskwood is, the only time I get a little bit nervous Duskwood is just when you're going around the cemetery because of Morladim. You know, Morladim is kind of scary, you know, he can come out of nowhere and kill you real quick. And of course, Stitches can also be a little treacherous, but if you just know where to, just skirt the outsides of the cemetery. Don't go into the cemetery area. Just pull the mobs out, you know, past the fence, and you'll be fine.
Lovely.
Oh, the Mystic Woolies!
Lovely.
Looks like a freaking vampire, doesn't it? It's supposed to be an elf, I think, this ancient statue, but it literally looks like freaking Dracula or something. Alright, alright. Parkour, parkour, parkour. Parkour, parkour. Alright.
How may I help? Goddess, watch over you.
I was told a hidden compartment. Open the vampire statue. It's locked. What? I'm in need of your help once again.
Hello.
Bring the Ring of Zoram. Oh shit. I remember last time I did this quest I almost died. Oh boy, here we go. Ooh, Lady Vespa. Hello. No spells for you? Oh, interrupted. Oh, was that it? Oh, last time it was she was on the island. That was kind of weird. Yeah, last time I had to go to the island and she had an escort with her, like 3 mobs, and I had to kill like her and 2 or 3 other mobs to get it. So that was totally different. Very different indeed. Ring of Zoram. Ooh, the sexy mystic. What is it? The Mystic's Woolies. Ooh. Very sexy indeed. Back in original vanilla WoW, sometimes the statue would be in the boat here. I'm not joking. I'm not even kidding, but you don't see that anymore. Don't see that anymore.
May the stars guide
Ooh,
you.
you received the robes of antiquity. Very nice. 8 spirit. 2 intellect. Ooh, shakshay. A lot of spirit. But more importantly, that was a lot of experience. Did you see how... And that got me like, literally like 3 bars of experience just from turning in that one quest. You can climb over the mountains over on this side, just so you guys know. Over here you can climb through. But it's not really worth it to run around. You still have to curve back, so... Not really worth it. Good luck, Darcy. Don't die. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can get to level 28 here shortly. Passion.
Ishnu Allah.
Peace be with you. Good luck, friend. I'm listening. May the stars guide you.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I'm tired. Plus, I want to spend some time with my wife tonight before we hit the sack, since it's her birthday. She wanted to be alone while she watched her show, but I think she's getting ready for bed. So, yeah, I'm tired. I've been kind of tired all week. I'm still getting over some sort of cold or something. Hopefully, it's not COVID. No, I'm sure it's not COVID, but kind of been under the weather. Been feeling kind of sleepy. But yeah, I'm gonna take log out. When we come back, we'll knock out. We'll probably do Renee's cleansing. You know, the aggressive defense. We'll knock out this elemental bracer quest, and then we're going to. Yeah, we'll turn that quest in. These quests are kind of tricky though. Level 29. So yeah, these quests get pretty rough up there. We do need to take the Talon Deep Bath and go to Stone Talon Mountains and get the flight path at the very top of Stone Talon. So if you zoom out here, the flight path up here at Stone Talon Peak. So we're going to want to go up and get that. But these level 8 reclaiming the Charred Veil and stuff, they're a little bit, maybe not the best time to do this quest. Maybe another level, couple levels higher. And then we're also going to have to head to, you know, Windshear Crag here and do some fishing. I haven't done that yet, but we need to start fishing up there so we can start making some more money and getting other green items and potions and all kinds of fun stuff out of the chests. And I will talk to you guys later. Hope everybody has a great night. Keep on playing hardcore WoW, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace out.